Yes, today is all about people that have qualification in agriculture or experience as well, okay? There are so many occupations in the field of agriculture and farming that are qualified to come to Australia via so many visas. Do you know that you can even come as a permanent resident? Yes, I am telling you. You know, we always keep it real here, okay? So I will be telling you today the common occupation in agriculture and farming that can migrate to Australia with different types of visa and the visa process as well. Some of the visa processes I've made video about them. However, I'll be referring you to them if it's applicable. But we are going to touch so many occupations in agriculture and farming. It is not must that you will have agricultural qualification, or rather a qualification in agriculture. What this means is that, yes, you can have a qualification that is not in agriculture, but do you have experience in agriculture, and how many years of experience do you have, okay? That will qualify you to stand as a professional in certain agricultural profession, okay? In Australia, experience matters. Sometimes experience can substitute formal qualification. If you have a qualification in other field, but have experience in the other field, okay? So it's all about experience. How much experience do you have? All right. So it is always advisable to go for the occupation you have experience in. All right. So in today's video, we'll touch all agricultural or farming qualification or occupation that is in that are qualified to come over to Australia with certain visa and the processes and all it entails, okay? So if this is like something you want to hear, please sit back and let's dig in. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Jane Kenny's Creation, where we keep it real, okay? Thank you, my subscribers. You guys rock. And if you are new in this channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Can everyone just love my video, like my video? When you like my video, it boosts the visibility of this video and so many people will be able to see it. And please do share my video if you can, and let's dig in, okay? All right. Which qualification or experience in agriculture or farming would you have in order to migrate to Australia? First of all, I want to take you to the website of Australian Home Affairs, like the official website of the Immigration Australia, okay? Now we are going to check the list of occupation. You know, I always talk about this list of occupation. If your occupation is not in that list, you aren't going anywhere. That's why it is always good for us to go through the list of occupation. All right, so we're going to search agriculture qualification or farming qualification on the occupation list. All right, first of all, let's search agric. So you type agric, boom, all the qualification under agriculture will come out, okay? All right, the first one is agricultural consultant. Agricultural consultant, you need to have degree or higher. I just want to tell you guys that it's not every occupation here that you must have a degree. There are some that require certificate 3, which is a trade certificate. There are some that requires like diploma, like polytechnic and so on. However, you must have experience, okay? Because there is no state that will sponsor you without you having experience. A state wants someone that already has experience because they assume that you are coming to do what? To close the gap for the skill shortage in that occupation. So they want someone that has what? Experience, okay? So for any occupation you see in this list of occupation, click the ANSCO code. The ANSCO code will tell you everything you need to know about that occupation. It will tell you the qualification needed. It will tell you the skill set. That is the thing that if the jobs and roles that if you are currently covering, then you are qualified or you've done in the past as well. So it will also help you to structure your CV, but do not copy the skill set you see under that ANSCO code. Okay, so for agricultural consultant, this is it. All right, in this video I won't be explaining the occupation, but you can click the code and read more. I want to concentrate on the visa each occupation is qualified for. Okay, all right, for agricultural consultants, you're qualified for 186 visa. You're also qualified for 190, 189. Some of them are offshore visa, while some of them are onshore. 491, yes, 491 is also offshore. 190 is offshore. Now your assessing authority is VET-Assess. You see that? Assessing authority, VET-Assess. You can click that and it will take you to the website where you read about all the process and the guideline for their assessment, skill assessment. I've made video about skill assessment. I will also post it. All right, so the next occupation is agricultural engineer. Agricultural engineer is an engineering profession. So it is assessed by Engineering Australia. Okay, that's the assessing authority. I want us to be moving. Now, another agricultural qualification or occupation is agricultural scientist. Agricultural scientist. All right, agricultural scientist is also qualified for so many visa: 190, 491, 189, and so on. Now, this is agricultural technician. Agricultural technician does not need bachelor degree. It's just a trade certificate that is required. You see, I click on the ANSCO code and it takes me to this skill set page when it explains everything. So you need like diploma, advanced diploma, and so on. Okay, and I will tell you the skill set required. Agricultural technician doesn't have much offshore visa, but it has 482 and 491. 491 will be your target if you are agricultural technician. And the assessing authority is VET-Assess. Most of the agricultural and farming occupation, their assessing authority is VET-Assess, except the engineering one. Okay, so let's go back and search farming occupation. Okay, so we go to the list of occupation and type farm or farming. Okay, and I typed farm and search. Boom, these are the occupations. All right, animal attendant and trainer, NEC, not anywhere specified in this occupation. Animal trainer or attendant. Okay, so if you click the ANSCO code, it will tell you the qualification required and the skills as well, like I've said before. All right, I click it. We are here now. Yes, it's clear. You do not need a degree for this. You need certificate 3 or certificate 5. Okay, trade certificate, diploma can do for you to get this. And these are the skill sets. I'm not reading them. Please, the link will be in the description section and you search and you read. Okay, let's be going. We don't want this video to be too long. Am I actually saying this visa? I wish I can just take this visa and give to everyone, but I don't have the power. Also, I just want to say here, disclaimer, I cannot engage you on WhatsApp or on Telegram. That is not me. The scammer is scamming people. That is not me. I do not promise visa. I do not promise job. I do not promise any other thing on WhatsApp or Instagram. The best way to reach me would be through my consultation link. Okay. All right. So this is the skill set for animal trainer or animal attendant. So it can be you attending to horse, what's that? Zookeeper, people that work in the zoo and so on, animal keepers and so on. Okay, so you have a certificate 3, certificate 5, diploma, trade certificate. You are good to go. At least it said 3 years experience. Is that? Yeah, at least 3 years of relevant experience may substitute. Okay, so if if you do not have certificate in this occupation, but you have a certificate in different occupation, but you have experience in this occupation, you can still do your skill assessment and get a positive skill assessment. So you are qualified for visa 190, so many visa, permanent resident visa 491, 189 permanent resident visa, 491 temporary resident visa, 482 as well if you find a job, and the other ones if you don't need a job. Now we have another occupation. It said beef cattle farmer. Okay, so when you click it, you see what it entails as well, what you need to have. Okay, I don't want to go there in detail. All right, so this occupation need a bachelor degree, but they said that relevant experience, 5 years relevant experience can substitute formal qualification. What this means is that, let's assume that I studied business administration 4 or 5 years in the university, and I come out and I become an animal attendant or trainer. Okay, and I have up to 5 years experience, so I am qualified to do my skill assessment with vet assess. So what they would do is that they would take some of my experience and add it to substitute that I do not have qualification in my occupation, but I have a degree. So you must have something, you must have the qualification, but it's not what relevant, but you have a relevant experience. Okay, I do explain this to people on consultation, but I say, why not share this information for everyone? For people that always tell me that I studied this but I have experience in this, if you have up to 5 years experience depending on the occupation, yes, you can use your experience to go for your skill assessment, as long as you already have a degree or a certificate, depending on what that occupation warrants. Okay, the next occupation in the list is dairy cattle farmer. Okay, you click the link, you find a skill set as well. So if dairy cattle farmer falls under your occupation, going for visa 491 will be your best bet. Like regional sponsored, you do not need job for some state and territory. Okay, the next occupation is sheep farmer. Is that sheep farmer? Yes, sheep farmer, people that major in sheep farming. Okay, vet assess is also assessing. You are qualified for so many visas. This is the skill set as well, so they need a bachelor degree, and they said at least 5 years of relevant experience may substitute your formal qualification. The same thing I've said in the past. This is the skill sets as well. Okay, so what are the qualifications? The occupation is still sheep farming. There are so many visas as well. I can see 491, 187. That's not offshore. At least you have 491. Another one is livestock farmers. Okay, visa 491 also is there, and I think mixed crop farming as well is there. Mixed crop farming are people that combine so many crops together and farm. Bachelor degree or at least 5 years relevant experience can substitute if you don't have a relevant qualification, and qualification in something different. Okay, there are so many crop farming here. We have mixed crop farming and livestock, people that do farming and also they rear animal as well in their farm. Okay, there are also which other one? I think we mixed crop farmers as well. So I think I'm mixing everything up now. So you see there are so many farming: mixed crop farming, sheep farming, cattle farming, dairy farmer. Yeah, so technician, trainer, animal trainer, and so on. There are so many of them. For this, I will always advocate for visa 491, because 482 you need a job and you don't want to go through that. If you don't want to go through that, you go through visa 491. Another one is pig farmer. Okay, so there are also offshore visa there. 482 is there, and I am 100% sure 491 is there. Yes, voila, I told you is there. Okay, another one is poultry farmers. Where are they? Poultry farmers, where are you guys? Okay, so even if you do not have farming qualification, I know many people have this experience, poultry farming, a lot of experience, massive experience, 190, to tell you that they need these people. They can offer you visa 190, visa on arrival, like not even on arrival, offshore visa. You are PR before coming to Australia, like you're a permanent resident holder of Australia before even coming in, just to tell you how much they need these people. Okay, so which other one do we have? So that poultry farming, I know a lot of people, is still vet assess. So you want to know about vet assess, click the link of vet assess and you will explore it. All right, so the common visas I've mentioned today are visa 190, visa 189. 190 is a permanent resident visa. 189 is also a permanent resident visa. They are all offshores. I only mention offshore visa here, okay? Because I'm talking to people that are outside of Australia. Then another visa I've mentioned again is 482, which is skill shortage visa, temporary skill shortage visa. You need to have a job. Then another one, popular one I've mentioned is 491. 491, you do not need a job for so many states and territory, and I've shared so many in this channel, okay? So I'm going to link all the videos for these visas in the description section, including the link for list of occupation, okay? One thing these visas, all the visas I've mentioned today, have in common is what? Skill assessment. You cannot run away from skill assessment. If you want to migrate to Australia as a skilled migrant with skilled visa, okay, unless you want to go as a student and other things, but as long as you want to go with your qualification, your experience, you must go through skill assessment. I also want to tell you that skill assessment, I've made video on it. I will link the video in the description section. It's just for them to say, okay, you said you are a sheep farmer. Okay, for us to make sure you're a sheep farmer, we must assess your qualification and your skills to make sure that it is what up to Australian standard. That's it. Okay, most of them do not need the exam. The exams are normally is for healthcare ones. Okay, now that's when you ask me how much is skill assessment, I won't be able to tell you that because your occupation is different from the other person and there are different authorities that assess. So when you see your occupation in the occupation list, you will see the assessing authority. Watch my video on skill assessment. It is very clear, okay? Self-explanatory. Yeah. Another thing I want to say is that most of you come back and say that you've done your skill assessment because you went online and someone say, what is your name? Click here. What is your name? Which country are you from? What is your occupation? How many years do you have? Okay, boom, you are qualified. Please, that is not skill assessment and they will charge you $9.99. That could be someone from your village that put that link there. I am telling you, that's not skill assessment. Skill assessment has to be done by a certain assessing authority from Australia and you need to supply your document. There are documents to submit because you will read their guideline. I've made video on that. Please stop paying that person. That person has been duping you guys. Okay? Stop doing it. I keep telling you, it's not it. Most people are still falling victim. All right. Yeah. So now you know that as a farmer, as someone that has a qualification in farming or in agriculture, you are qualified to come to Australia. Why not try? That brings us to the end of this video today, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, like my video and share please, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.